So Armaf has 4 new Club de Nuit fragrances that aren't just part of this famous Club de Nuit collection, but is also part of their new private key collection. So each of those fragrances are named key to my dash. So key to my life, key to my love, key to my dreams, key to my success. Prices are a little higher, but not the $175 that you've been seeing at some retailers. It's actually closer to the $70 to $80 mark. So I think people need to cool off a little on that. Why is Armaf trying to be a niche brand with this pricing? Questions that are coming. And although I do understand where you're coming from, and I'm on your side completely, there's nothing wrong in loving the fact that you can smell amazing without having to spend a small fortune, and that too for fragrances, So in that sense, I completely agree with you. There was a need in the market. Armaf came in, sort of became the king of those kind of fragrances, and that's what we loved about them. But I also understand it from Armaf's point of view. For those who don't know, Armaf already has a niche or slightly more premium collection called the Oros collection, which actually comes with the real Swarovski crystal on it and all of that. And even in that Oros collection, they have a slightly more luxury version, you could say, called Oros Inventor, which is again more expensive than the Oros collection as well. So this private key collection falls somewhere in between that Oros collection and the usual Club de Nuit collection that we all know. So it's in no way Armaf's most expensive fragrance. There's the Oros line, and then there's Oros Inventor as well. I've already done reviews on 2 of them, the grey one and the blue one. I'll pin them in the comments, and I'll also add it in the description. Do check them out if you're interested. But today we're going to talk about this one, Key to My Dreams, aka the black one from the series. Let's talk about it. Starting with the presentation, you can already tell that this is a more premium offering from Armaf. It's a 100 ml extrait de Perfume, and you'll find Club de Nuit written on one side of the box with the Armaf logo, the extrait de Perfume that I was talking about, and a little hologram sticker on the other side of the box. You'll find all the details that you'd usually get on the bottom, along with the batch code and date of manufacturing. Mine is a made in France batch. Batch code is 402316, and the date of production is August 2023. To get to the fragrance, you pull this little tab which has Armaf written on it, and the fragrance sits inside. But first you'll be greeted with this little manifesto that they've written for you. Here is the bottle, a lot like the black that you'll find in the Club de Nuit Intense Man, although this feels a lot more polished and more premium. You have this cute key in the front, again with like a fake diamond, or probably like the Oros series. This is also Swarovski crystal. I don't know, I can neither confirm nor deny that statement. The cap is also magnetic, nice, strong magnet, and also +1 for attention to detail here, because you get the Armaf logo, the circle underneath the cap, and you also get it on around the neck of the sprayer. Other than that, you also have Club de Nuit written in 2-3 other places on the bottle, like here as well, just to remind you that this is part of the Club de Nuit series. Oh, almost forgot. Here is the sprayer for those who are interested. Decent. The perfumer is Matthew Nardine, most famous for, if you know, Xerjoff Zephyro. And let me read the official notes out for you. Although there are a couple of notes that aren't mentioned here that my nose catches well, I'll tell you about them. So the top notes are black pepper, pineapple leaf, cardamom, and pink pepper. The middle notes are bourbon geranium, lavender, apple, and orange blossom. And the base notes are patchouli, vetiver, vanilla absolute, leather, and cedarwood. So first things first, this is not a direct alternative or clone of any other fragrances, and it's the same with the rest of the series. They're working with renowned perfumers here, Armaf, and it looks like Armaf has set a brief for these perfumers on what they want each of these fragrances to smell like, but without being direct inspirations, with this series at least. Of course, otherwise why would you be paying these perfumers, right? Having said that, these will remind you, the entire series will remind you of a few other fragrances, and this one also reminds you of a couple of fragrances, but everyone's doing that right now. I mean, think of any recent designer release, you know, and you will find 2 or 3 other popular scents from, you know, big designer houses that will smell sort of similar to that. Again, made by famous perfumers. So they've taken the same route as well. There's clearly a brief given to the perfumers, and they've stuck to it. So yes, you will find resemblance with a couple of fragrances. So how does it smell, Nixon? Tell me. This actually smells quite good. The opening is a delicious spiced pineapple. If you live in Asia or you've been to Asia, Thailand, India, we love pineapple with a bit of spice on it. So salt, spice, pepper, red chili powder. That is what the opening of this one smells like. So spiced pineapple with bergamot, which is not mentioned as a note. I definitely get a fresh bergamot, a nice dose of fresh bergamot with that spiced pineapple in the opening. And it smells top notch, no alcohol blast, nothing cheap about it. You take this or any of these fragrances and you do a blind test with people, and they'd be convinced that this one is you know, this is a Paco Rabanne or a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance release. So the quality is actually quite good. Now here's the rumor going around that this one, the black one, Key to My Dreams, smells somewhat like 1 Million Elixir and Layton, like a hybrid of these two scents. Honestly, I get absolutely no Layton vibe in this, even though it's got apple and cardamom and lavender. 1 Million Elixir, yes, I do feel that there is probably 10 to 20% of 1 Million Elixir in this, and I completely understand why people have made that collection. It's got some of that vibe, although again, this is a lot spicier. The rose is lacking, and it is not directly. If you smell them side by side, you'll be like, wow, these don't smell same at all. But when you spray it, I do understand why people are making the connection with 1 Million Elixir, not with Layton. I would say to my nose, it smells closer to 3 other scents. First, Paco Rabanne's Invictus Victory Elixir because of the spice. Second, the Stronger With You DNA, intensely, absolutely, because of the sweetness in this, and also quite a bit like Jean Paul Gaultier's discontinued gem, La Male Essence de Parfum, especially in the dry down of this fragrance. And the more people try this, the more reminds me of you'll find on Fragrantica, depending on what people's noses catches, what they've tried earlier, what they remember, what they have in their collection, right? And sadly, because it's in Armaf, people will want to make that connection with another scent rather than enjoying this for the scent that it is. It is a fragrance that can be worn strong, can be worn all year round, although now winter, fall is the perfect time to wear this. So try it if you can now. It's a fun, young, party kind of scent, although it's not a loud clubbing fragrance. But at the same time, no one is going to complain, you know, if you wear it to work, although this is not like a work scent. For the performance, it is an extrait de parfum, and it shows in the performance of this one. Gives me around 8 to 9 hours of longevity easily, and I think it'll only get better with time because I've worn this only like 4 or 5 times already. The best projection with this one is in the first couple of hours, and an arm's length around you, and the sillage is strong as well. So Armaf's Club de Nuit Private Key to My Dreams, quite sexy actually. If you can bag this for under $60, you'd be really happy with it, and this is just perfect for this time of the year. Let me know how you feel about this one and the other 3 in the comments. Do you think they're overpriced? Have you given it a try? I'd really love to have your opinion as well. Until next time, keep smelling amazing. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.